That which is below corresponds to that which is above, and that which is above corresponds to that which is below. The Emerald Tablet. Have you ever wondered about the deep wisdom hidden within the phrase, "as above, so below"? This simple yet profound statement contains layers of meaning that have echoed through time, guiding seekers across centuries. In this video, we will explore the hidden essence of this hermetic principle, an insight so often misunderstood, yet fundamental to understanding the interconnected nature of the universe. The principle of correspondence, a universal mirror. At the heart of this ancient teaching lies the principle of correspondence, famously encapsulated in the phrase, "as above, so below, as below, so above." Originating from the Hermetic tradition, this principle reveals a cosmic truth. Everything in the universe is interconnected. What happens in one realm reflects in another. There is no true separation, only layers of existence mirroring each other. When we say "as above, so below," we refer to the relationship between the macrocosm, the grand cosmic structures, and the microcosm, the minute, often invisible patterns of life. The vast motion of planets and stars can be seen as reflections of the invisible dance of atoms and subatomic particles. From galaxies to the tiniest molecule, the same patterns echo through creation. This sacred symmetry reveals a unity to the universe. It tells us that the great and the small, the outer and the inner, are deeply woven together by unseen threads. When we shift our focus inward, we begin to realize that our own thoughts, emotions, and energies are not separate from the world. They shape and are shaped by it. As below, so above. The inner reflects the outer. This principle works in both directions. Not only does the cosmos reflect our inner state, but our inner world also mirrors outward into reality. The emotions we carry, the beliefs we hold, and the intentions we cultivate all ripple outward into the broader field of existence. Just as storms in the sky reflect chaos in nature, so too can inner turmoil manifest as disarray in our outer lives. Conversely, inner clarity and peace have the power to attract harmony and balance externally. We are not passive observers of the universe. We are active participants, co-creators of our experience. Modern reflections, science, psychology, and spirituality. Though ancient, this principle finds surprising echoes in modern thought. In depth psychology, Carl Jung's concept of synchronicity points to meaningful coincidences that link inner experience with external events. Proof, perhaps, of correspondence at work. In quantum physics, parallels are drawn between the behavior of tiny particles and the structure of the cosmos. Some theories suggest that observation itself can influence the outcome, further blurring the line between mind and matter. Spiritual traditions from across the globe, whether in meditation, prayer, or sacred rituals, all emphasize this same truth. We are part of a vast, intelligent network. By harmonizing ourselves internally, we align with the broader currents of the universe. This is only the beginning. In the next section, we'll explore how this principle relates to polarity, duality, and the hidden threads that bind everything together. Exploring polarity, two sides of the same truth. Closely connected to the principle of correspondence is another Hermetic law, the principle of polarity. This concept reminds us that everything exists on a spectrum. Light and dark, joy and sorrow, hot and cold. These are not opposites, but different expressions of the same essence. We tend to categorize the world in binaries: good versus bad, success versus failure, love versus fear. But polarity teaches that these seeming opposites are actually two ends of the same energetic thread. You cannot know true happiness without having experienced sorrow. You cannot understand the warmth of love without also understanding the chill of fear. Just like a coin has two sides, life's experiences are part of a greater whole. By embracing this truth, we begin to transcend black and white thinking. We become more compassionate, more understanding. Instead of judging our emotions or circumstances, we recognize them as essential components of the human journey. When applied to the principle of correspondence, polarity reinforces the idea that everything is interconnected and in motion. One end of the spectrum reflects and influences the other. It's not just as above, so below, but also as within, so without. Your inner world is mirrored externally, and the opposites you face are opportunities for integration and wisdom. The web of life, universal interconnectedness. Imagine a spider's web. Every thread is connected. Tug on one strand, and the entire web responds. This is the essence of universal interconnectedness. From the smallest microbe in the soil to the largest planet in orbit, everything is part of a vast cosmic network. Trees communicate through root systems and mycelium. Animals sense shifts in weather long before it happens. Humans feel collective energy even across great distances. Nothing stands alone. This isn't poetry, it's reality. Science confirms it, spirituality teaches it, and personal experience proves it. The principle of correspondence reveals that you are not separate from nature, society, or spirit. You are a vital note in a universal symphony. And when you shift internally, whether by healing a trauma, cultivating peace, or expanding awareness, the resonance of that shift echoes outward into the web. This is why healing yourself contributes to the healing of the world, and why neglecting your inner world can ripple negatively into everything you touch. Modern misconceptions, going beyond the law of attraction. In recent years, the principle of correspondence has often been diluted to the concept of the law of attraction. While there are overlapping ideas, like the power of intention and resonance, correspondence dives much deeper. This isn't about passively wishing things into existence. It's about understanding that your thoughts, emotions, and actions are dynamically interwoven with the structure of reality. Simply visualizing success without embodying alignment, self-awareness, and active participation in your growth may lead to frustration rather than fulfillment. Correspondence challenges you to go beyond surface-level spirituality. It asks you to see patterns in your life, recognize their roots, and transform them at the source. Through awareness and intention, you become a conscious co-creator, not just a dreamer, but a builder of meaningful reality. In the next part, we'll uncover how to apply this principle in everyday life through relationships, mindfulness, intention, and spiritual practices that bring true alignment. Living the principle, embodying correspondence in daily life. So how do we actually live the principle of as above, so below? How do we turn this ancient wisdom into daily practice? The answer lies in conscious alignment, bringing awareness, intention, and balance into every corner of our lives. 1. Mindfulness and awareness. The first step is mindfulness. By becoming present to our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we begin to notice the patterns that shape our internal landscape. When we observe without judgment, we gain the ability to shift those patterns consciously. This awareness is key to transforming how we engage with the world. In stillness, we become mirrors for the universe. We start to perceive the subtle synchronicities, the symbolic reflections that show us where we are aligned and where we are out of balance. Every coincidence becomes a message, every moment an opportunity. 2. Journaling and reflection. Writing is another powerful practice. Journaling helps externalize what's happening internally. It reveals recurring themes, emotional loops, hidden fears, and intuitive insights. Through writing, we track transformation. We spot the correspondences between our inner stories and the events that unfold around us. By making journaling a ritual, you create space to realign your energy, set intentions, and map your spiritual evolution. 3. Visualization and intention. The mind is a projector. What we visualize with feeling becomes a magnet for matching experiences. But again, this is not about superficial affirmations. True manifestation is the result of deep alignment between your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Visualize with clarity. Feel with authenticity. Act with purpose. These three together form the triangle of manifestation. When your inner and outer worlds reflect each other, reality responds with precision. 4. Relationships as mirrors. Every relationship in your life is a reflection. Friends, lovers, family, co-workers, they all echo back to you parts of yourself. Sometimes they reflect your light, other times your shadow. The principle of correspondence teaches us to see every interaction as a portal to self-awareness. Are you attracting nurturing or toxic dynamics? Do others mirror back your unresolved wounds or your growth? Instead of blaming or projecting, begin to observe. Ask, what is this person showing me about myself? In this way, relationships become a sacred space for evolution. 5. Sacred practices. Meditation, prayer, breathwork, nature walks, these are bridges between inner and outer worlds. They calm the noise of the ego and tune you to the deeper rhythm of life. In that stillness, you remember, you are both the microcosm and the macrocosm, the hidden gift of correspondence. Living by as above, so below isn't about escaping reality. It's about embracing it fully. It's about realizing that every part of life, pain, joy, confusion, clarity, is a teacher. The universe is always communicating with you. The question is, are you listening? When you align your inner world with higher principles, truth, love, balance, unity, your external life begins to reflect those qualities. You become a living bridge between heaven and earth, a conscious thread in the grand tapestry of existence. So the next time you hear, as above, so below, remember, it's not just a mystical saying, it's a call to awaken, to participate, to embody. You are the mirror, you are the message, you are the meaning. Stay curious, stay aligned, and continue exploring the vast wisdom that lives within you and all around you.